Hey there, fans. Welcome to another edition of Raw Retro Reviews. Ring Post Daily podcast co-host here, Awesome One Joey, and we are here to review the very 10th episode of Monday Night Raw. This happened on March 2nd, 1993. We're back at the Manhattan Center in New York City, and we're going to get to some ups, but mostly some downs. This is probably the worst episode of Raw we've seen here in the, since the beginning, all the way from episode 1 to here, episode 10, and we're just going to dive right into it. So this episode of Monday Night Raw starts off with the Bushwhackers, Butch and Luke, defeating Damien Demento and the Repo Man. Now this match was about 5.5 minutes, and it gets a down. Because, first off, it was a boring match. There was nothing to write home about. There was nothing to give a hoot about. There was nothing about this match that made it worth watching. And it doesn't help when the Bushwhackers' entrance with all their antics and stuff is longer than the actual match. So, this match, just on the factors of being boring and the entrance of the Bushwhackers being longer than the match, gets a down. But then we come back from commercial break to our next match. Tatanka defeats Jobber Reno Riggs. Now this match was a 3.5 minute match. It gets a down because this did nothing for Tatanka going into his big Intercontinental Championship match against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. This did nothing for him. By this time, he's already earned the shot. Fans are already behind him. They don't need a squash match to make Tatanka look big and bad. They don't need him to be beating jobbers. They need him out there beating name talent. Name brand talent, talent like Razor Ramones, Bob Backlund, even Doink the Clown, going out there and beating starstruck names, so to speak. It really does help you get the momentum you need going in to WrestleMania. Whether you're going to win or lose the match against Shawn Michaels, you need the momentum going in. And this did nothing for Tatanka, but one, waste his time, and it wasted the fans' time. Down in my book. But then we get on to probably the best segment of the night, and that was WWE paying tribute to Andre the Giant, as he is the first ever WWE Hall of Famer here. Now this gets an up because it was nice to see them pay tribute to a man who gave so much to the business before that time, Andre the Giant. So it gets an up. The other up is because this is the day WWE's Hall of Fame was born. If you go back and look in the history books, March 22nd, 1993 was the birthday of the WWE Hall of Fame. And who else to better induct as the first inductee than Andre the Giant? So this segment gets an up for paying tribute to Andre, and it gets an up for being the birth of what we love and know now as the WWE Hall of Fame. And then we move on to our third match. Money Inc. defeats Jobbers John and Josh Armstrong. Now, this match was about 3 minutes long, and it gets a down. Because, first off, Money Inc. in about a week or so is going to be facing Hulk Hogan and Brutus Beefcake with Jimmy Hart. So their old managers left them. Hogan's return, Beefcake's return, and here they are about to face the Mega Maniacs, defending their titles against them at WrestleMania. And here they are a week or two prior to this, and they're going to be defeating jobbers within 3 minutes? No. When you have a big title defense at WrestleMania, out of all days, WrestleMania, the last thing you need to be doing is going out there and beating jobbers. You need to go out there and defeating name known talent and getting some of that under your belt, giving you some momentum. So that way, when you go into WrestleMania to face Hogan and Beefcake, you can say, well, we beat this guy, we beat that guy, we've beat tons of guys. Rookies and jobbers are nothing to be proud of in this circumstance, in this moment. It gets it down because jobbers before Mania, that's not what we want to see, people. That's not what we want to see. But then we get saved here with an up, thanks to Mean Gene Okerlund. Mean Gene Okerlund once again gives us a WrestleMania update. Like I said before, he gives us an update on the pageantry of the show. He gives us an update on the matches and the segments of the show. Who's going to be there, who's not going to be there. I mean, you know, Mean Gene really does deserve more ups than one when it comes to this. Because when you watched Monday Night Raw, you didn't feel left out of the loop. If you didn't know WrestleMania was coming up, or you just forgot, or you didn't get to see some of the Raws, you know, and stay updated. Mean Gene Okerlund did his very best and did a damn good job at keeping you and me at home updated on what matches to see, what it was going to look like. Mean Gene, you did it again. You're getting up. And then we get to our main event. Doink the Clown versus Kamala to a double countout. Now, I'm going to be frank with you. This match gets a down for so many reasons. And the first reason is it was a terrible match. If anything, Doink the Clown did the same armbar type move for about a minute and a half straight. And this match went on for about 6 minutes. So you're thinking from bell to bell, all you see is the same maneuver for about 2.5 minutes. Kamala maybe get a move or two of offense in, and then boom, double count out. It's over. This match was just terrible, and it was a worse way to end an even worse Raw. It really was. And Doink going up against Crush at WrestleMania, a double countout is not what these men need leading into Mania. They need name talent. They need to go out there and win, or at least lose somehow against some notable name talent. And Kamala and him, so what the noticeable names? One should have came out a winner, but both of them ended up coming out a loser. That gets a down in my book. WWE, I sure hope you do better in the next coming weeks of Raw. Well, guys, that was Retro Raw Review, episode 10 of Monday Night Raw. This is actually the very first episode of Raw that we've seen to get more downs than ups. So hopefully in the upcoming weeks, we see WWE improve and give us more of what we want to see, like we know they're able to do. This has been Retro Raw Reviews. Once again, Ring Post Daily co-host Awesome One Joey. Don't forget to subscribe and comment in the comment section on what you liked about this episode of Raw, what you hated about this episode of Raw, what made it good, what made it bad, what made you happy, what made you sad. This is your voice, your time to be heard in the comment section below. And we'll see you in the next episode of Retro Raw Reviews. Take care, folks.